The werewolf is a widespread concept in European folklore, existing in many variants, which are linked by a common evolution of a Christian interpretation of basic European folklore that developed during the Middle Ages. From the early modern period, werewolf beliefs spread to the New World with colonization. Belief in werewolves developed in parallel with belief in witches during the late Middle Ages and early modern period. Like witch trials as a whole, the persecution of alleged werewolves emerged in what is now Switzerland, especially Valais and Vaud, in the early 15th century, and spread throughout Europe in the 16th century, peaking in the 17th century and declining by the 18th century. The persecution of werewolves and their associated folklore are an integral, albeit marginal, part of the witch hunt phenomenon, as accusations of werewolf transformation were included in only a small fraction of witchcraft trials. During the early period, accusations of werewolf transformation into a wolf, were intermingled with accusations of riding or bewitching wolves. The case of Peter Stampf, 1589, led to a significant upsurge in both interest in and persecution of alleged werewolves, particularly in French and German-speaking Europe. The phenomenon persisted longest in Bavaria and Austria, with persecution of werewolf charmers recorded until after 1650, and the last cases occurred in the early 18th century in Carinthia and Styria. After the witch trials, the werewolf became a focus of interest in folklore studies and in the emerging Gothic horror genre. Werewolf literature as a genre has its antecedents in medieval romances, such as Bisclavret and Guillaume de Palerme, and developed in the 18th century out of a tradition of quasi-fantasy books. 20th century manifestations of horror literature have become part of both the horror and fantasy genres of modern popular culture. Mythical and mythical monsters have been present in all cultures since ancient times. There are Greek monsters, such as the giant Athos, the spider Arachne, and the many-eyed giant Argus. These mythical creatures also appeared in Mesopotamian civilizations, perhaps most notably Humbaba, mentioned in the Sumerian epic of Gilgamesh. These mythical creatures have extended to North American folklore, particularly through the character of Bigfoot, which has long terrified European immigrants. During the Middle Ages, many regions of Europe were gripped by fear due to ancient legends about mythical creatures attacking humans. Whenever a person disappeared or a boat sank, the region experienced a state of hysterical terror, and residents did not hesitate to blame mythical monsters for the evils that befell them. Explorers and traders played a significant role in transmitting such superstitions from one region to another, based on the strange stories they told upon their return from their travels.